Hello and welcome to Thoughts from the Coaching Space at Handpick Life. And today I want to go back to anxiety actually because we had a look at this last week when we looked at the wheel of the year and briefly mentioned that this time of year, the time where everything is expanding, where there's more light, celebration, there's that sense of joy. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, there is anxiety. So when we're looking at certain parts of any cycle, whether that's a cycle of the day, the cycle of life that you're in, a cycle of a project that you're creating, a relationship, everything moves in cycles. And the summertime represents that point where everything's at its peak. And actually, there are more anxiety attacks and panic attacks in the summer than any other time of year. Now, some say this is due to heat, or the fact that everything is expansive. There's more and more light, there's more going on. But that sense of overwhelm can really build itself up. But this is also related in ancient medicine, it's related to the fire element, and the fire element um, is when things can either be in balance and burning nicely and keeping you at a steady pace, but also allowing you to be out there and giving you plenty of energy. Fire can also be completely out of balance and burnt out. And anxiety can bring you both of these. So what I'd like to look at is give you a couple of tips on how to deal with anxiety. I'm also going to pop a link below, which will lead you to a practice, so a somatic practice to work with your body when you're really creating that dialogue with your body and helping to shift your state. So it'll really help you at times when you're feeling anxious. But I'd just like to touch on a couple of things in this session. And one is to remind you, or to tell you, if you don't know this, that it actually takes 90 seconds for an emotion to pass through you. If it's still lingering after that, then it means that you've attached a thought or a story to this emotion, which is perfectly natural to do. So, for example, you feel something rising, you recognize that it's panic or it's anxiety, and then immediately you go into your head about why this is, or most often it's, oh no, I'm going to have an attack. It's coming. And it's that resistance to it and the fear of actually having an attack that actually perpetuates everything and is more painful than the actual emotion that's happening in your body. So with me with this, because you'll really see this if you practice really simply. When you feel something rising like that, just stopping and going, oh, okay, I'm feeling my heart rate change, or I'm feeling my belly's just tensed, my throat's closing, or whatever it is for you, without attaching a story because they just said that, or because I just heard this, or because I'm somebody that has panic attacks, or, and this is the second point I really want to make, this is my anxiety, because when I hear people say my anxiety or my arthritis or it's like, don't own these things that you're choosing that will pass through you, that you might be experiencing your body, but you don't really want to be part of you. So even say without saying this is my anxiety, this is a feeling in my body right now that will pass. And it's good to remind yourself of that. This will pass. And it's this. And notice the sensation in your body. Notice what's happening to your body with a sense of curiosity over the thoughts driving something. So as you notice that, you might notice that your breath is shortened, is shallower, that you've got a tension in your heart, your belly. You might be clenching your jaw. And in that 90 seconds of just checking through and go, okay, this is a sensation in my body. Tell yourself that. This will pass. I am safe. There is a, a stress, the part of the stress response is called the triple warmer. And its job is to help you to survive. And when you go into stress, your triple warmer will be on the alert. And the thing that it wants to hear the most is, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe. When you're safe, then it can relax. Okay. So the things to say are, this will pass. I am safe. This is a sensation in my body. Because when you've got those thoughts, you're also going to stop the other thoughts coming in of why this is and how you're going to keep this going. The other actually, there's three things I want to tell you, because one thing that is really great to know is if you hum, it's really hard to have intrusive thoughts. So even at that moment, okay, there's a sensation in my body, this will pass. Something you can do, just noticing, just let your jaw begin to relax, because once you've acknowledged it, because what we tend to do is we want to push it away straight away. And this is a little bit like, when you're frightened, you want to be heard. You want to know that someone's listening to you. And the first person that needs to listen is yourself. So rather than pushing yourself away, telling yourself you're stupid or that you are just an anxious person, there's nothing you can do about this. The moment you go, okay, is that anxiousness? I'm safe. If you can go to hum, then just go to hum. But if not, just watching sensations in the body. You're not going to own this. This is just a sensation passing through your body. And if you go into the link below, there are really simple holds that you can do in order to speak to your body, start that dialogue where basically when you're doing these somatic exercises, you're saying to your body, I'm safe, I am safe. And that's the first thing that you want to hear, because all your anxiety is doing is wanting to keep you safe, and it's got into a loop. It's had too many false alarms. Your system is in overwhelm and it's just trying to keep you safe. So give yourself what you need, feel it, receive it, notice it without attaching a story. Know that it'll pass. Use the techniques below. If you enjoy them, please share, write a comment, let me know, subscribe to our channel. And keep me posted. I hope that is really helpful. And I will see you in Thoughts from the Coaching Space next week. Thanks for joining me.